Welcome to the Zoom sessions with ELIOT GOLDSTEIN, presented by Blue Buddha Productions. We're thrilled to have you here, and we're grateful for your support. This podcast is all about engaging conversations with inspiring minds, and we can't wait to share these moments with you. Ed Wynne is a highly influential British musician best known as the founder and driving force behind the pioneering psychedelic and space rock band Ozric Tentacles. Born in 1961, Wynne's innovative guitar work and compositional skills have played a significant role in shaping the landscape of the progressive and electronic music genres. With a career spanning several decades, he has led Ozric Tentacles in creating a distinctive and mesmerizing fusion of ambient, trance, and rock elements. Wynne's unique soundscapes and imaginative guitar playing have garnered a dedicated following, making him a revered figure in the world of experimental and psychedelic music.
Greetings.
Hello there. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Brilliant. Hello. Hi.
Hello. Just while you're getting your camera up and running, I just want to let you know that I am a Ozric Tentacle devotee for decades.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yes.
My camera is not working at the moment. Hang on.
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
Hang on a second. There we go. Great. Oh, wow.
Well, I'm sorry about the problem this morning, but I've been sitting here waiting.
I know. It just said something about error, some kind of error. I didn't know what it meant. So
I know. I hate technology to a point where. Well, anyway, thank you for doing this with me. I'm honored.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. It's a total pleasure. Yeah.
And I am a devoted follower of the Tentacles. And everything else that came from the Tentacles and went from the Tentacles.
Oh,
and,
right. Okay.
Yeah, and I love the new album. It's incredible.
Oh, you've heard it now, have you?
Yes, I heard there's a locked up copy of it somewhere up in the clouds that I was able to listen to, but it's incredible. Right. Beautiful album.
Good. I'm really glad you like it. It's early days, so it's these are the first thoughts I'm having back from people. So far, so good. People seem to think it's okay, so we shall see.
And before we get started, Gail ELIOT from Jean Carré sends his love and respect.
Oh, well, do you see him?
I spoke to Gail a day or two ago.
Oh, well, if you speak to him again, say the same back and all that stuff,
Yeah. Well, we're good mates, me and Gail. We've been.
Oh, nice. I love his guitar playing. It's really good fun. Yeah.
And he loves yours. When are you coming to the States?
Soon as we can. Probably next year now, it's looking like. But yeah, we're trying to push ourselves over there.
You are.
Yes, we can. Hopefully next year. Hopefully next year. Yeah.
Is this the first time? No, you've been here before.
Yeah, I used to live there. I was living in Colorado for a good few years, a little way back. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm in New Mexico now, not far.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker in New Mexico. So is it true that you met George Harrison at the tender age of 7?
I did, yes, I did. Yeah. Because my dad was doing sculptures of the Beatles. And he was the friendly one who used to come around from time to time. Yeah, I remember him when he used to come around. Yeah.
Yeah, and I understand that you've had some great people sleep on the couches at your home as a kid. And did that rub off? Did any of that kind of morph into what you're doing today?
I'm sure it did in its way. Yeah, I think so, because there was a lot of these musicians used to come and go for some reason when I was younger in our house, and I just grew up thinking that it was a fairly normal thing to do.
Sure.
Really. Yeah, I mean, I had Donovan was living next door in the same house and rented on the side of the house. Wow. And coming back from school, I used to just go around there, and sit amongst them, playing on their instruments and hearing the way they carried on, and it just seemed completely normal and very nice.
Well,
very nice actually. So I thought, that's one way to be.
Here's a side note for you. Donovan's the first concert that I ever attended.
Oh, really? Probably mine too, actually. Funnily enough, actually.
Back in 1969 at Madison Square Garden.
Wow. Okay, that was a big one for him then. Yeah.
Yeah, it was him and an acoustic guitar in that old big theater.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I have to have a band.
Yeah. I remember it was October of that year because the following month the Rolling Stones came through with the ELIOT tour.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, and the Garden would do one big concert a month. But anyway, let's talk about the album.
Okay.
Lotus Unfolding.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's what I did over the last year, as usual. These albums, to me, they're a little bit like a diary as to what I've been up to over the year. For me, each one depicts a certain memory. I don't do them all in a row, but I do them all simultaneously, and they all grow throughout the year. These tunes, and this one, for some reason, I don't know what I was thinking, particularly compared to any other one, except for the fact that the Lotus unfolding concept is a sort of thing about unfolding into the pleasure and the beauty of the world a little bit, trying to give people a little bit of a calm oasis amongst it all. Once if whatever's going on is affecting them too much or whatever, it's a little doorway into a little bit of calm where they can just sit for a while and be entertained harmonically, and hopefully make their day feel like an unfolding lotus on a good day. Really.
Sure. And we could use it today.
Yeah, sure.
We definitely need it. There's a lot of craziness happening.
There always has been, surely. There always has been.
Really. Yeah. We need a little tentacle magic out there.
Well, yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. So you guys are on tour now. Oh well, actually, you're starting shortly.
Shortly, we're starting. Yeah, we're still rehearsing and planning and everything, trying to work out how to play some of this new stuff live, which is attempting the impossible as usual. We'll get something like it, something closer, Yeah,
and then you get a hiatus, and then you go out on the road again with Gong.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I wish I was in the UK for that one. That's going to be a great tour.
Well, you see, the thing is, it's easier for you to get here than for us to get there because you're just
I know. I was in the UK years ago. I have to get back, but man, I'm jealous of UKers. So this is you have a couple of family members in the band now.
Sure. Silas, my son, has been in the band on and off on basically completely for the last 10 years or something now. Yeah. And and when we also do smaller gigs without the full band, and it's him and me there with our synthesizers and whoever happens to jump on stage at the time and rocking out there. So it's very nice actually to have the family members on board. Sure. It saves all that interband weirdness, and he lives here with me in this house. So basically we live and breathe it day to day, and that's how we carry on, really. We've got our two little studios, and we exchange notes and work it all out between us. Right.
And so the tour's going to kick off. The album Lotus Unfolding is out October 20th.
It's apparently so. That's quite soon now, isn't it?
Yeah, today's the 5th, so a little over 2 weeks. And are you involved? Are you doing anything? I mean, it must be tough now. You have all this stuff going on. But are you working on any of the side projects now? Anything happening?
No, at the moment, I'm not. No, but I have another album all ready to go. As soon as this one's out. Wow. I did too many tunes for this one, so there's a surplus.
Okay, and so this will be your third solo album.
No, this one's not solo. This one's
it's not a solo album. It's another.
Yeah, no, this one is like an Ozric album.
Oh, okay.
The whole band playing on there and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, great. Because your solo albums are incredible as well.
That's funny, aren't they? It's hard to tell the difference between them and an Ozric album, actually, to be honest. But slightly, I was able to be a little bit less. A little bit more freedom, really, to experiment, perhaps. Hard to say for me from the inside, because that's just what I do day to day, as I was saying.
But Tumbling Through the Floatatives, great album. Shimmer Into Nature. I mean, these albums, they're incredible. I don't know, it's just amazing the depth of the pool of your music. Then you did the Nodens Ictus albums.
Sure, yes, yeah. I can't stop. I've got too many ideas, and it's just difficult for me to get them all down quick enough before they come and
And then when you're not doing that, you'd making guest appearances.
Yes.
So I work with some great artists in the States, some very, very esoteric guys, and I'm always bringing you up as as an example. And these guys are all legacy musicians, and I've been turning them all onto the Tentacles.
Thank you.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Tell me about all this stuff. Where do people find your music? I mean, I know where to find it, but I'm sure you want everybody else to know.
I don't really know.
Okay, then I'll fill in the blanks.
Yeah, I think I'm not really sure. Burning Shed is where we sell them here, but I don't really know.
Well, I mean, you guys are on Bandcamp, and you're so that's easy enough. And I'll fill in all the other blanks.
It depends how obscure you want to go as to what.
Yes, I know.
The thing, you can dig deep into the ether, and you can find strange little compositions that I did when I was sort of 18, 19, and 20. And I used to make little cassettes for people just for fun. Then these get filtered through and named by people, and there's all kinds, you know.
I'm an honest guy, but if I ever saw one of the boxes, one of the cereal boxes, I'd have to become a criminal and grab it and run. That's like my that's like my golden chalice. I'm looking for a cereal box. But
you know what? I have the one. I have one serial number 00001 of that.
Wow.
And it's unopened as well. It's unpopped. It's kind of in its shrink
really
somewhere. Yeah, I'm not quite sure though exactly where it is.
Wow, that's the golden ring. That's the piece to get. Wow. So you're in a rush today, right? I know you have other interviews coming up.
A little bit, yeah. Yes, I do. I mean, I'm okay. I'm good for 20 minutes or so.
Okay, cool. So let's get a little deeper. I thought you were had to leave really soon. So, early age, you were introduced to some great musicians.
Yes.
You always had art around the house. I guess your dad was a sculptor. Is that?
He was, yeah. He was a sculptor. He's sadly not with us anymore, but he did a lot of work, both here and in the States as well. In fact, so there's a.
And what was the Beatle connection? How did that all happen?
Well, he was he happened to be at the right place at the right time, just when the Beatles were starting to erupt into full-on Beatlemania, which is an unheard of thing. And he was asked if he could do heads of them, model portrait heads of the Beatles, you know. So he, so he said yes, obviously, and then wasn't quite sure who these guys were, but he met them and bumped into them, and he did these 4 heads of them, which sort of sat there. And he ended up being very good friends with them, and he went to France with them when they went to France, and he could speak French and they couldn't. So he was having to, in the hotels, he was having to do all their room service orders for them and stuff in French.
There you go. Somebody had to do it. Wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And remained friends, you know, since then. And it's, you know, lovely to have had George Harrison popping in, and he's a very, very nice guy. He's lots of fun.
Yeah. And then the Ozric Tentacles, that was your brainchild, and you borrowed pieces from, I guess, bands like Gong and Amandul and things like that. But you're able to marry everything together, and you came out with this incredible sound that people have been chasing for years. You kind of started this whole jam band. I mean, the whole festival thing was
sure. I mean, we didn't. I can't take credit for starting that.
No, but you just exploded it.
Well, we did, because I left school age as early as I could, like 16. Right. I ran away from that place.
Yeah.
Said, sorry guys, I have stuff to do. I have to make some music. I know that this is what my thing. And bumped into some people who had said they were going to Stonehenge Festival. Stonehenge is a place in England, this monument, stone circle from ancient times. And it wasn't an organized festival. It's just like people just go there. There's no official anything, no tickets, no nothing. It was free. And we just went there, and they had a generator and fired the thing up and plugged in their amps and started playing. And really, that was a lot of fun. And I sort of stayed there for a bit, and eventually sort of formed a band the next year that would be able to go and do that, because I really liked it. And sort of people started joining our band from that point, and off we went really from there. You know, it's and then it seemed like improvisation was something which I was able to do with my brother Rolly.
Right.
Quite easily, you know, and so we were just doing that and encouraging people to join us and go up and up and up and up and up and up and away, you know.
Yep. I love the Pong Master Ball DVD, you know, the video.
That one, I like
Wow.
it. I think that the editing is a little frantic for me.
Yeah, the drumming on that is incredible.
That was a drummer we had for a little while, Stu. Yeah, he was a good drummer. He was for a while.
Yeah,
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 he was fun.
yeah. Great, great, great. They had to be such a hard band to just to keep going. There was people coming, people going. It was
Yeah,
just a
I
constant
know.
transition. And you're the only you're the constant. You're the constant piece in that
Sure.
band.
Yeah, I'm
And
still 40
yeah,
years later, and
yeah,
I'm
it's still
still.
there. Yeah, yeah. And it's hard to believe that it's 40 years, right?
It's amazing, really. They don't seem that long these years. They get shorter. Each one gets a little shorter than the one before. I don't
Yes,
know
it
if you've
does.
noticed this.
Yeah, yeah, it does. The white hair, man.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
ratio. Yeah.
yeah. So you guys became the festival leaders, so to speak. You were the guys that people looked up to and wanted to emulate.
I
And
think
then,
only recently, though. I mean, it used to be we were the ones who couldn't push ourselves at the time. There were
yeah,
all these other bands going, yes, it's us, we're this and we're that. And we're just standing there waiting and saying, well, anybody mind if we come on stage now? And then we could
but
walk on there and suddenly explode onto the stage, and we'd be there for 6 hours sometimes.
right. And
Words allowed.
you had a big cannabis culture following you, right?
We did, yeah. Cannabis and other psychedelics at the time. You know, people were enjoying the fact that when they were fairly way out there on psychedelics, they would have a nice ride when they listened to our particular band. It wasn't scary, it wasn't freaky, it was explorative, and it would land them in a comfortable place. And for some reason, I don't know, I sort of realized this and do bear that in mind a little bit, that some people are going to get fairly way spaced out there when they
Right.
hear it. I don't want to scare these people. I want to give them a safe place to land. You know,
And
so
then,
weird way of putting it, but it's kind of true, really.
and that's what I want to talk to you about. It was a safe place to listen. I
Sure.
mean, I've been involved in some stuff that scared the heck out of me listening,
Yeah.
in that state. But
Yeah.
the tentacles are always a friend. Maybe
That's
that's
the
what.
idea. I'm so glad you see that, because that is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it
Yeah,
okay to be out there.
and
And
that's why maybe that's why I fell in love with you guys, because I always knew that if I was having a bad day, throw in a tentacle disc,
oh, really?
and it'll bring you back home. And I
Well, that
want
means
to
it's working. That's my full intention. That means it's absolutely working. I'm very happy to hear that every
I
time I
want
hear it.
I want to thank you for that.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. Absolute. Thank you for noticing and realizing on all this.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, there was always those other bands, like Porcupine Tree and all that other stuff that kind of got a little too, not as friendly as the Tentacles. But
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I love your band. I'm just,
Oh.
I have grandkids who walk around, with your CDs now. That
Oh, really? Really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's lovely to hear, man.
I,
That's lovely.
I have two grandkids living with me, two little guys, and I said, if you want to stay here, you got to like the Tentacles. So, man, you guys, just thank you. And
Oh, well.
so you have this album done. The next album is going to be pretty much the same flavor, or you're going somewhere else with it?
Oh, depends. I haven't got there yet. I'm so
Oh, okay,
swamped.
okay, okay.
But yeah, no, it's there's about 5 tracks which are pretty near the surface.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, I think they're always a slightly different thing. Or some people say they're all the same, but to me they're all slightly different. So yeah, I can't say at this juncture, but we'll find out. The
Right,
last
okay.
kind of 3 months worth of working on an album kind of determines where it's going to swerve to. They're unfinished, so they can twist in any direction at this point.
Okay, wow. Okay, and so we got that. Now, you're doing a show with Arthur Brown.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't know that, huh? You didn't know that, huh?
I never know
Okay.
my gigs till about 2 days before they happen. Actually, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. I have your tour itinerary in front of me.
Okay,
And
no, good. Yeah, I've played gigs with him before. He's good fun, actually. He's a very nice guy.
yeah,
And
yeah,
interesting.
you are doing a show with him. He'll be opening one of your shows.
Okay, good.
So now you know. Now you know.
Okay, thank you for the information. I'll go and make sure I
Anytime.
remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm telling you, I follow everything you guys do.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
tentacle devotee. So you do have a big fan base. You have people that have been with you for 40 years now.
Sure, nowadays, yes, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
is that that must be a heavy load to carry.
Not really. I don't have to carry it.
Yeah. I mean, but you have this whole big fan base
Yeah.
that probably feels the same way I do. That the Tentacles are just a friendly place to be.
In all seriousness, yeah, it's an incredible feeling, to be honest. And sometimes I've had some people come up and saying I've actually managed to help them with their lives a little bit,
Right.
People who maybe have got a little lost on the sort of heroin pathway or something, and they start a few more than 6 or 7 or 8, 9 people have said, you pulled me back, thank you very much.
Right.
It's saved me, what are you meant to say with that? It's like, wow, good.
And that's the power and magic of music, It's just,
yeah.
And you were able to harness it into a friendly world. It's like a whole different world.
I know how to make a mood appear from musical harmonies. Yes, I do.
And you were able to get the band to kind of follow that lead.
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah. No, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I know it's hard. I mean, I see there's a cat. It's like a band is like herding a cat, it is, but you were able to, but it's you. It's basically you. It's Ed Wynne.
I'm saying what happens and what notes happen where and stuff. But yeah, and sure. And what a very, very humbling and pleasurable experience it is, to be honest. I feel very blessed about this because
yes,
I'm able to get away with doing my absolute favorite thing in the world and have people like yourself understand it and get it. And it's just really gratifying to me. Actually, it's feel very, very fortunate there,
Well, I have another invitation for you. I do a radio show. I'd love you to pop on one day.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And say hi. Yeah, we can work it out when you have more time on your hands. I know it's a
little crazy. Yeah, I don't like hearing my own voice on the radio.
Yeah, I know it's a little crazy now, but I'd love to have you stop in. I mean, I have we hang and listen to good music. That's what we do. And I play the Tentacles every night. Somehow.
Love to, man. Love to. That'd be an absolute pleasure. Yeah, when there's a little more time.
Yeah, there's more time. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Love to do that.
And what I'd like to do is, I know you're on a schedule today. When everything settles down, I would love to sit down with you and really, really get into Ed Wynne.
Sure.
Okay,
that would be a pleasure indeed.
Yeah, so I'll be in touch with Billy, and and we'll make something happen. Okay.
We want to thank our listeners for your support in making this podcast possible. Blue Buddha Productions is listener funded, and your contributions allow us to continue bringing you remarkable content like this. If you would like to support us, you can donate through PayPal at ELIOT.bluebuddhaproductions@gmail.com. Remember, there is only one L and one T in ELIOT. Your generosity helps us create more transformative experiences for you to enjoy. Thank you for being a part of our journey.